You know, it was about a year ago that I was saying that people in America were not just paying attention. I couldn't wake them up. I couldn't get them to pay attention. Their government was doing something to the country, and we've spent a long time together, you and me, trying to figure things out. Well, the other day, I was lying in my bed with my wife, and she turned to me and she said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah." Finally, people are starting to wake up. Millions all around the country are starting to wake up. But there is a sense of frustration that we are losing our country and people just don't know what to do. How do you dismantle what the government is putting into place? Here again, David Horowitz.
First, let me say that I have been waiting for just conservatives to wake up for 20 years. I always refer to these people as liberals. There's nothing liberal about these people except their attitudes towards drugs, hard drugs, and sex. That's what they're liberal about. Everything else, they want to control your life. They're intolerant, they're bigoted, and they will try to destroy you, as you're finding out, if you disagree with them. Now, I think that there is, I have a strategic idea, but also just an encouragement. The country's mentality is not radical. It is not radical. It may not be conservative, the way conservatives like to think, socially conservative and so forth, but it's not radical. And they understand that. They're very good. That's why they always talk about the private sector, like they care about the private sector. They care to just get its money. As Lenin said, the capitalists will sell you the rope to hang them. In my view, we should take a page out of Alinsky's book, Rules for Radicals. And he says, what you do is you go outside the experience of your opponent and you disorient them and you make them react in a way that reveals who they are. The big secret of the left is that it claims to, and this, of course the Democratic Party, to be the champion of poor people, minorities, women, children, when in fact it is the oppressor of minorities, women, and children.
I noticed this with Acorn. They'll take these people who are the lowest rung of the ladder, push them into, I don't care, Mickey Mouse, whatever, forge them. We'll give you $20 for everyone you keep going.
Use them.
And then they throw them to the wolves when they're caught and say, it was just rogue people. Then they use those people as they're being tried and say, look, the man is keeping them down. They were the ones who put them in that situation.
Look what they did to the Vietnamese. They claimed to be the champions of the Vietnamese people against the American oppressor. When the Vietnamese and the Cambodians were being slaughtered by the communists, they didn't utter a single word.
So
they didn't care about them.
Where do we start?
I think you start with the inner cities of America. Every major inner city in America, Detroit, Chicago, Philadelphia, Harlem, South Central, the city council in every one of those inner cities, the school board, the school district is 100% controlled by the Democratic Party and Washington, D.C., of course. 100% controlled by the Democratic Party and the social justice crowd, and has been for 100 years. Everything that's wrong in the inner cities that policy can affect, Democrats and progressives are responsible for. They have their boot heels on the necks of poor black and Hispanic children everywhere in America. And the Republican Party lets them get away with it. Never says a word about this. If conservatives will show these people, now they're attacking old people. They want old people to die sooner. They don't want to give them the care that will keep them alive.
That's what Sarah Palin did.
That's what she did. That's why they hate her. She's very effective. And that is great. And it shows you, they react, they squeal, they yell, and suddenly the issue is in front of everybody. That's what you want to do. And the Tea Parties are great. They take an American revolutionary symbol. I mean, remember the 60s kind of started with Jerry Rubin appearing in a revolutionary, American revolutionary outfit. Yeah, we're revolutionaries. If you get on the side of the underdog, and that's why they hate you and they hate O'Reilly. Because, no, I'm serious. The romance of the underdog is the American romance. And it's because we were a little set of colonies, we went up against a big empire. So everybody thinks of themselves as an underdog. I mean, Martha Stewart, Bill Gates, everybody's being picked on. The Democrats are brilliant at pretending to be on your side. They never put a... Look at the health care. How do they sell it? 47 million people who can't get health care. We know that's a big lie. But that's what you do. You put in front, it's the human shield thing. You put a little black kid, a little Hispanic kid, a woman, whatever, an old folk. Republicans have to stop talking like businessmen and accountants and stop thinking of politics as a management problem. There's waste. There's waste and inefficiency. But it's what they're doing to real people. That's their Achilles heel.